In the last session, we have seen very basics of Django. Mainly, we have focused in views and URLs. URLs will be having a path array, URL patterns containing path array, path containing URL and a corresponding function in the view. For a particular URL, whatever function name in the views. Views is a default. If you wanted, your own Python file can be created for the views. Let me show the same. Right click on app1, go to new, select a Python file. Let me go for my views. You can give any name. I'm choosing a name as my views. Inside my views, I'll just copy some content and keeping inside my views. I will just develop hello. Inside my views, I defined one Python function. Python function has to take a request and it has to return a response. The function name is hello, but this function is developed in the my views. In the my views, let me open my views. Yes, this function should be assigned to one URL in the urls.py. Open urls.py. Go for path. You can go any URL to the path. Then my views dot hello. My views is not imported. Try importing my views from current directory. Import my views. See how simple. In the previous section, we have used views, which is the default file. Now, I created our own file, my views. In the my views, there is a hello function. That hello function assigning to h1. Assigning to h1. Now, come to the my views. Hello function. It is simply returning hello from hello.django. Now from a browser address bar, give a call to h1. From a browser address bar, we have to give a call to h1. Open the terminal. Start Django project. From the project folder, trigger python manage.py run server. Now you need to make a call to h1. Let me click on this URL. Inside this URL, give a h1, press enter. You can see. Please observe very carefully. We can create our own views Python file. This is the default file. This file we have created. Even URLs file also we have created. Inside a URLs file, specify any view function. This is the view. Inside that, this is the function. This function is assigning to h1. We are accessing h1. How we are accessing h1? You can see one simple observation here. Go to the project URLs. Everybody, this is the project URLs. It is a default one. It's a default. While including app1 URLs, you didn't provide application level URL. Application level URL, it is a blank. That is why we are not specifying any application name after IP address. We are specifying straight away URL. Now, let us see application specific URL. Now, inside app1 URLs should be called through app1/t1, app1/t2, app1/t3. Now, after this one, you need to specify app1, then you need to specify URL. Let me click on this. Inside this, go for app1. Inside app1, there is the default. The default is executing. Go for T1. Go for the last one, T7. I think T7 is not there. H1. The last one is H1. Application level URL. Then service level URL. Inside a project, any number of applications. Please observe. DPR1 is a project. Inside that, app1 is an application. Project specific URLs. In the project specific URLs, we are providing a app1 URLs with a application level URL. If you remove this, then you can access app1 URLs straight away like earlier. Let us save. Now, if you refresh this, you'll get an error. Why? Because H1 should be accessed straight away. Remove app1. Yes, you are able to access H1. It is always advisable to provide application level URL. It is always advisable to avoid a confusion. app1/. Now try using app1/t1, app1/h1, app1/t2. Now, how we can read input from the browser? How we can read input from the browser? Browser input. Let us go to the my views only. Let me define hello1 with a request. Let me print request dot get of get param1. I'm just printing in the console. Then you can return HTTP response. I'm from hello1. Very simple. Param1 value. Come on. Param1 value. We are trying to read. What is this get? What is this get? It is a HTTP method type. HTTP method type. This is the method, that is function, which we are using to read param1. What is this param1? This param1 we have to send from the browser. From a browser, we need to send param1. That param1 we are reading through a function get through HTTP method get. It is available in the request. Request get param1. Now, let us assign one URL to the hello one. Go to the urls.py. Let me go for path. I'm choosing h11. My views dot hello one. That's all. The comma is missing here. Now, already application level URL is there in the project URLs app1. Inside app1, you need to call h11. Open a browser. Inside app1, I need to call h11. We got the output. Let us check it out in the console. We are getting a none. Why? Because we are not supplying any value with a name as param1. We are looking for a value with a name as param1. We are looking for a value with a name as param1. Open a browser, send param1. How we can send param1 value? There are two approaches here. One is through query string. In the browser address bar, after your URL, give a question mark. After question mark, name is equal to value. I'm supplying some value. Name is a param1. That param1 value is one numeric number. Now check it out in the console. You can see. Earlier we got a none, but now we are getting the supplied value. This portion is called as a query string. Let me show the entire URL in the notepad. Please observe, you can consider this as a completely server URL. In this place, you can also use localhost. Localhost. Then this is the application name. Application name in a particular project. This you can consider completely project application name. Then inside that application name, a small service URL. After service URL, question mark is mandatory in case of query string. Param1 is equal to something. Through query string, HTTP will be sending a request through GET. Query string means only HTTP GET. So what we are using here, HTTP GET. Inside that HTTP GET, we are trying to read param1 with a function GET that we are printing. Let me show one more. Let's go for hello2. Hello2. Let us consider here you are sending two parameters. Parameters also can have any names. I'm choosing ABC. I'm choosing ABC. After ABC, I'm just providing default value to ABC. Default value to ABC. So totally two parameters for hello 2. You need to supply two values in the query string. Param1. If you are supplying a param1, then value will be. If you are not supplying a param1, then none. What about ABC? You need to supply a value to ABC. If you supply the value, whatever value you supplied, assume you are not supplying a value to ABC, then this value will be for the ABC. I'm choosing hello 2. View function is developed. Let us provide a URL. View function is developed. Provide a URL, comma. Let me choose H2. Hello 2. That's all. H2 with hello 2. Open a browser. Give a call to H2. Check in the console. One is a none. Second one is a default value to ABC. First one is a none. Second one is default value to ABC. Now let me supply values to both. Let me compose same URL. In the notepad. App1 H2. H2 is a service URL. Supply param1 value, any value, not only integer number. You can supply param1 as a test1 ampersand. ABC is another parameter. Ampersand is a separator between the parameters in the query string. After question mark, whatever is there, that is query string. ABC is equal to something. Not only a number, you can go for alphabet also. Copy this much content. Open a browser. Alt D. Press enter. Check in the console. Test1 is param1 value. Some numeric value is for ABC. This is how we can read query string. Please remember, in the web application development, query string is very commonly using word. This completely called as a query string. Under a query string, any number of parameters you can supply. How? Parameter name is equal to value. Ampersand is a separator between the parameters. Ampersand is a separator between the parameters. Any number of parameters by using ampersand as a separator. But before starting query string, you have to provide a question mark. Now, there is one more way, sending parameters through HTTP GET. Let us see how. Come to the views. Sorry, my views. We are using my views today. Yes. Let me go for hello 3. Let it return one HTML file. I'll go for rendering HTML. How we have to render through HTML, that we have already seen. This is the portion. Go to the my views. In the my views, request. Let me provide one HTML file. Let us see login.html only, otherwise login1.html. We will be developing one more HTML. For that I'll be choosing login2. Login1.html. Already one directory configured for HTML files. What is that directory? Pages folder. Right click on pages folder, go to the new HTML, login1.html. In the login1.html, define a form. You can choose any action. Let me choose action as a h3. Method is equal to get. Let me supply just to one username. Input type is equal to text. Let me go for name is equal to username. Let's go for one break. Input type is equal to submit. Value is equal to submit. What we are doing here, we assigned one HTML. Inside that HTML, we developed a form. That form is targeting to H3. Action is a URL. Action is a URL. Method we are specifying as a get. I'm just going through only username, not the password. Let us read username in the H3. Let us take H3. Go to the URLs. Path as H3. myviews.hello3. Now develop hello3. Go to the my views. Try developing hello3. Hey, hello3 already there, man. To access, we are using H3. Let me verify. Go to the URLs. Okay. H3 is for hello3. To access. Let me go for H4. Hello4. I'm assigning a H4 for the hello4. Try developing hello4 inside my views. Let me copy hello2. Go for hello4. Inside hello4, let me read username. Username is a field name. Go for hello4. Let me show all once again. Guys, whoever giving a call to hello3, for them login1.html is written. If you call to hello3, login1.html. Now come to login1.html. In the login1.html, change to hello4. Action value hello4. This is the URL. Through HTTP GET, we are submitting a username. The form is submitting through submit. This is the text field, this is the submit. It will be going to H4. Go to the URLs. H4 is assigning to hello 4. H4 is assigning to hello 4. Go to the hello 4. In the hello 4, username we are reading. Anyhow, this is not there. Remove this. Yes, that's all. Save it. Go to the terminal. Yes. Now what we have to do, go to the URLs, everybody. Give a call to H3. H3 assigned to hello3. In the hello3, login1.html is rendering. In the login1.html, there is a form with the action as a H4. That H4 is assigning to hello4. Hello4 will be executing. Totally two requests. One request to access the form. Another request to process the form to submit the form. H3, H4. From a browser, while giving a call to H3, it will be calling hello3. It is calling hello3. So go to the my views. What hello3 is doing? It is rendering login1.html. Go to the login1.html. Login1.html having a form. This form action is H4. Form action is H4. Come on. This form will be submitting H4. So go to the URLs. H4 is mapped to hello4. H4 is mapped to hello4. It will go to the hello4. Go to the my views. Hello4. In the hello4, reading username and return. Now try giving a call to H3. Open the browser. Not the query string now. You can see in the browser address bar, simply just H3. It is returning a form. It is returning a form. This form containing only username. Let's go for username as Rob. Click on submit. You got the output. Check it out in the console. You can see Rob. This is the second way of get. There are two different ways of HTTP get actions. One is browser URL. Second one is form submission through method is equal to get. You can see this as a HTTP method type. While making a request through HTTP, it is a get type. While making a request through HTTP, mainly two types are there. One is a get, second one is post. In any web application, widely using get type of HTTP method, post type of HTTP method. Get type we have seen. How we can achieve get type? Remember, get type can be achieved through query string, browser address bar. Data can be supplied through browser address bar. Whenever request you are making from the browser address bar, it will go as a HTTP method type as a get. You can also submit a form with a method as a get. One more point here. The default method type is get only. Even though you are not specifying explicitly method as a get. By default, form submission through method is equal to get. By default, form submission through method is equal to get. It's not restarting. Let me restart explicitly. Control C. In case of HTTP protocol, request submission, making a call to server, request sending to the server, request submission, making a call to server. It can be through get type or post type. What is a get? From a browser address bar or through form submission. For the form, if you are not specifying method type, by default it is a get. If you wanted a get explicitly, you can specify. Now check it out whether it is working or not. Come back, refresh. Let us enter any value. Let me enter different value. I'm entering test, submit, check in the browser, so console, test. Please remember, while making a call from a browser to the server, while making a call from the browser to the server, you can go get or post. You can go get or post. How get? There are two ways. One is through browser address bar. Second one is through form with a explicit method as a get or form without a method. Form without a method. How to read values which we are sending through method is equal to get. How to read values which we are sending through method is equal to get. Go to the my view. You can see request, get method type, get function, supply the parameter. What is this username here? Go to the login1.html. There is a text field with a name as username. This username value we are reading inside a hello 4 and printing in the console. Printing in the console. Similarly, let's go for method is equal to post. How we can achieve method is equal to post. I will be copying these two methods, guys, everyone. Let's go for hello 4 and 5. Sorry, hello 5 and hello 6. In the hello 5, let me return login 2. Let me return login 2. In the login 2, I will be developing a form with post. A form with a post. Let us develop login 2. I'll copy login 2. Right click on pages, go to the new, select the HTML file. Come to the body. Let us develop a form right from the beginning. Action is equal to what we have to choose. Come to the my views. Let's go for hello 6. H6 I'm choosing. If you are not providing method type, by default method type will be get. If you are not specifying method type, by default method type will be get. How to specify post? You have to specify explicitly method as post. Method as post. Default is a get. Default is a get. If you wanted a post, you have to specify post. Lot of differences are there. Through method is equal to get, through method is equal to post. From a browser address bar, method is equal to get. Through a form without a method, then it is a get. Through a form with a method is equal to get, again get. Through a form with the method is equal to post, then only post. Let me go for username. Input type is equal to text. Name is equal to any name you can give. Let me go for UN as the name. This time, let me introduce password. You can go for input type is equal to text or type is equal to password. Let me go for type is equal to password. Name is equal to, you can go for any name. I'm just choosing PW. Absolutely proper. Finally, go for submit. Input type is equal to submit. Value is equal to submit. You can see it's simple. Now H3 should be assigned to one particular method. H6. Assume H6 we are assigning to hello6. Inside a hello6, try to read from a request get of UN. Similarly, get of TW. Let me go for hello6. I'm from 6. Come to the URL. We didn't assign the URLs for hello5, hello6. Where is this? Yeah. H5. Hello5 is returning login to. Login to containing a form with action as H6. That H6 is assigned to hello6. That's all. Everything is done. Let us give a call to H5 from the browser. Open a browser. Give a call to H5. From the browser address bar, I'm making a call to H5. Yes. H5. Where is H? Sorry, H5. I'm providing username and password with a method as post. Let me type ABCXYZ. You can see the password values are echoing characters. In case of method is equal to post, there is one very important point. Let us observe that one. First is submit. Yeah. So we are getting this type of error. This is only for method is equal to post. You will be knowing cross-site request forgery, CSRF, cross-site request forgery. So how we can disable this type of errors? Whenever form is submitting through method is equal to post. Whenever form is submitting through method is equal to post. If form is submitting through method is equal to post, you need to provide a simple token, CSRF underscore token. You will be knowing more about this token later. Specify. Whenever method is equal to post, you have to specify CSRF token. Now you can check it out. I think it's not restarted. Let me check. Come back. Yes. Refresh. You can see. Checking the console. Where is console? Okay. You can see username, password. Let me show one more time. open a browser. Where is the browser? Yeah. By default, it is taking IE. Let's give a call to H5. H5 is accessed to, H5 is assigned to hello file. Go to the URLs. H5 is assigned to hello file. What hello 5 is returning? Hello 5 is returning login2.html. Same login2.html we got. If you want to see the source code of this HTML, go to the right click. Go to the right click. Select all, reload, print. Okay, I'll show that later. I'm just entering ABC XYZ. Because of type is equal to password, we are getting echoing character. Submit. Check in the console. ABC XYZ. These are the two ways to read input inside a server. One is method is equal to get, other is method is equal to post. Method is equal to get, method is equal to post. Get means from a browser address bar and also default method type and also method explicitly get. The second one, only one, widely using this. Whenever login form, registration form, search form, customer form, any form, order form, we will be going for post. Whenever method is equal to post, you have to specify explicitly method as a post. And also you need to specify one simple token. What is the token? Login2.html. If method is equal to post, supply CSRF token. CSRF token. How to read data inside a view functions? Go to the my view functions. These are view functions. In the view functions, how to read browser data, how to read input. If at all HTTP GET type, then call GET function from the GET. If at all HTTP POST type, call GET function from the POST. Request.post, request.get. Widely using these two only. In addition to these two, lot more are there. Put, patch, delete, lot more. But widely using these two. So these are the very basics. Reading input from the customer. Reading input from the browser. We can send through query string that will go as a get. We can send through form submission. We can send through form submission. Their method type can be a get, method type can be a post. Please practice these inputs. We will see in the next section. Enjoy karo, all the best.